Rental communities are on the increase around the country, freeing residents from many of the time-consuming and stressful routines that come with home ownership. We visit one community and see how renters are enjoying their new lifestyles. Is there a room in the house that has the blahs? Today we see how easy it is to do a DIY window treatment makeover for a breath of fresh air. The results will amaze. Chair rails and crown moldings always add an elegant touch to a room. And today you'll see how you can do it yourself for a home interior upgrade. This is the show all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. We are Designing Spaces.
More than 100 million Americans rent their living space today. There's a nationwide shift in people deciding that renting better meets their housing needs when compared to owning a home. As a result, rental communities are on the rise around the country, offering many desirable elements to attract residents that may not be as readily available to a homeowner. These communities often make the most of their surrounding neighborhoods, and residents can enjoy a lifestyle that they may not be able to obtain if they were purchasing a home in a nearby market.
So there has been a shift in thinking about renting versus owning a house over the past couple of years.
Ann Villela, Director of Operations at Aimco, is here to tell us more.
We've found that our renters choose to rent because of several different factors. One is a peace of mind. They love having the flexibility. Also, the sense of community is really important to them, and the convenience.
Renters are free from many of the time-consuming and stressful routines that come with home ownership, such as landscaping, making repairs, and maintaining the exterior.
There are a lot of items when you own a home that take away from your quality of life. If you have an issue in your apartment, you can pick up the phone and call us, of course. However, we've got an amazing online system. So you can just go online, put in your service request, and you'll have somebody at your door within 24 hours to take care of the issue.
When it comes to flexibility and freedom to relocate family or career, renting makes sense.
This day and age, we're always finding that we're moving so fast, and at any moment, your life could be turned upside down where you've got to relocate to Miami or New York or Chicago. One of the amazing reasons with living with Aimco is that we have properties all throughout the United States. And so you can transfer and even stay within the Aimco family, and it's easy.
This is the Palazzo Communities, an example of luxury apartment homes with outstanding customer service.
Well, we're here on the rooftop at the beautiful penthouses at Palazzo.
Steve Sailors is the general manager here at the Palazzo Communities.
The goal of the Palazzo Communities was to create a resort-style life experience that was still convenient and central in Los Angeles. And in this space, we think we've achieved it. We're right across the street from Pan Pacific Park, the Grove, the Farmers Market, and very central to Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, the Miracle Mile, Hancock Park.
Residents here that may have chosen to purchase a home in a more suburban neighborhood have decided to rent here to live in an area where shopping at the nearby Grove, dining, and entertainment are just steps away.
Residents can expect a full living experience, from a full-service health spa with jacuzzi, steam room, dry sauna, massages, facials. They can go upstairs to a state-of-the-art fitness center with personal training and classes like yoga, Pilates, things like that. They can go down to the spa first area and have coffee and tea, read the paper. We also have a junior Olympic-sized pool.
At the heart of these luxury rental communities is Aimco, an organization whose mission is to deliver quality apartment communities in a respectful environment, delivered by a team of people who care.
We're not looking at other apartment communities. Instead, we turn to the hospitality industry. We ask, what's Kempton doing? What's the Four Seasons doing? What are they doing to ensure that their customers leave knowing that they had the best experience that they possibly could?
Since 1994, Aimco Properties has been a leader in the apartment home industry with luxury communities in prime metropolitan locations.
our mission statement is to consistently provide quality apartment homes. We understand that moving is one of the most stressful times of your life, so we want to be easy to do business with. We're constantly asking for open and honest feedback.
And caring for their customers and communities is high on the Aimco priority list. Aimco Cares is an outreach community service program. A great way not only to give back to the community, but also spend time building an even stronger team.
Our team members have the opportunity to work at the local food bank, to clean up Venice Beach. We've also built homes as well, too. This is not only a way for us to give back to the community, but we also have the opportunity to build an even deeper relationship with our team members.
Caring for the environment is also something Aimco values and has taken steps to reduce their carbon footprint.
Most of our properties at Aimco are paperless offices, which means that our residents, when doing business with us, majority of it is all online. This helps us to reduce the amount of waste we put back into our world, and it also saves time for our residents.
Anybody wants to live in a vacation-style environment day in and day out? The Palazzo provides that. I think that there's a lot of freedom that comes with a life experience like this that doesn't come in homeownership.
Anyone interested in learning more about an Aimco rental community in their area should visit aimco.com and use the locator on the homepage. There you can find more information on the different floor plans, view interior photos, and watch virtual tours, as well as schedule an in-person tour.
There's more coming up right here on Designing Spaces.
Ready for a project that's fun and rewarding? DIY is always rewarding and can save you some cash as well. How about a window treatment makeover? The results are amazing, and we'll show you how easy it really can be. Take a look at this.
Part of the reality of owning a home is the desire to make occasional changes. When considering even the most subtle changes, style is an important factor, and so is energy efficiency. Today, Designing Spaces takes you to a home where the residents are looking for both of these, as the homeowners give their office a window treatment makeover as a DIY project.
Well, we've been living here for about 5 years, but quite frankly, I'm getting a little bored with the way this house looks now.
Well, we agreed we needed a change, and starting with the window treatment seemed like a great and easy place to start.
The window treatments are white now, but I think a little bit of color would add some style. I'm thinking of going with a soft green.
Well, I'm a little nervous about the color, but I know it's something she really wants.
Well, he's never been the best at DIY projects, but I'm ready to help him. I mean, at this point, I will do anything to liven up this room.
Well, she'll probably tell you that I'm not the best handyman, but I know I can do this, and above all, it'll make her happy.
Designing Spaces is here to help. First, we guided the Cardillos on how to get the right measurements of the windows to start the process. Next, we contacted Level or Custom Blinds and Shades and arranged for Larry and Stacy to go to their local Home Depot to meet product expert Victoria Henderson, who will help guide them through the selection process.
So Stacy and Larry, tell me why you're looking to change your window treatments.
Honey?
Well, I think to change the look. You know, being stylish is so important, and the white we have now is so plain, and especially after a couple of years, it's just dull.
And we need some energy efficiency too. They just don't hold the cold air in, and our electric bill's going out of sight.
Sure. Now this is for your office. Are you looking to have light filter in through your shades, or are you looking to completely block out the light?
I'm a big fan of natural light. I'd like as much light as possible.
Okay, great. Well, based on our needs today, so we need fashion and we need energy efficiency, and we're also looking to have light filter in, I would recommend our Levelor Accordia cellular shades. And the reason why is they're a perfect blend of fashion and function. So from a color standpoint, we have over 200 fabrics that are designed to coordinate with your current home decor. So we should be able to find something that will add a pop of color to your window that I think you'll absolutely love.
Great.
And then, Larry, for you, energy efficiency. That is top of mind for our customers. It's important to them to save money on their heating and cooling cost. So because of the way our cellular shades are manufactured or created, it it actually makes a cell or a honeycomb that blocks air. It's a pocket, and it traps the air as it comes through, and it keeps it from going into the home. So you will be able to save that money, and it will keep your home cooler in the summertime because you're not gonna have that hot air that's gonna come in through the window. So we should be able to set you guys up with that, and let's head over to the book and pick out a color that will be perfect for your home decor. Now, do you have your measurements?
I do.
Wonderful, thank you. And we'll get you started. I've introduced Stacy and Larry to the Home Depot associate. We know they want light filtering, and she recommends designer textures because of the variety of colors and options available. She shows them Energy Shield, and Stacy loves Sage, one of Levelor's most popular colors.
After a few minutes, the Cardillas have made their decision. The Home Depot associate inputs the custom order, and Victoria lets them know about what's next in the process.
Guys, I'm very excited about your purchase today, and it's going to arrive to your home in the next 2 weeks, custom made to fit your window.
Great. I've got one big question. What tools am I going to need?
Sure, you need 4 tools. You'll need a drill, Phillips head screwdriver, a tape measure, and a pencil. And the installation instructions will be in the package with your shade, so you should find it there. However, if you happen to misplace it, you can always go to levelor.com, and they're always available to you online.
Great.
Perfect, yeah. Now, I have an important question for us.
Sure.
How long will it take us to complete this project?
Because this is a DIY project, it should take you less than an hour.
Wow, that's quicker than we thought.
Okay, I think we can do this.
Yes, we can.
2 weeks later, the custom blinds arrive, and the Cardillas are ready to get started. First thing to be done is take down the old blinds before installing the new blinds.
Well, honey, we did it.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. I love our new Accordia cellular shades. They look great, and with their design, they keep the room cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
Victoria's right. It wasn't hard at all, and it makes a huge difference in the room. I think our work's done here.
No, not quite yet. I think it's time to start the window makeover in the other room.
Let's get started.
To find out more on how to do your own DIY blinds makeover, go to levelor.com, where they have the full selection of Levelor Accordia cellular shades. We'll also have a link to their site at our website, designingspaces.tv, where this portion of the show can be viewed again by clicking on the video. You can also join in the conversation on Facebook at facebook.com/dspacestv.
The way I met Amy was in my art appreciation class that I took in my senior year of college.
He started making me laugh, and that caught my attention, and he's always been able to make me laugh a lot.
After Todd earns a job as a mechanical engineer, he and Amy took advantage of a great offer and bought this home in South Florida.
When we first saw the house, I knew right away it was my dream house, exactly what I envisioned when we got married.
The house could use some upgrades, and one of the areas Todd and Amy are looking for is the dining room.
Put some crown molding and some chair rails in, and really bring out the elegance of the room for us.
I'm really into the DIY thing, so I'm like, why not? Let's do it.
We got together with the team at Wood Grain Millwork and brought in Renee Krill and Joe Wettstein to give helpful tips and suggestions to enhance the space with molding.
We will be installing Finished Elegance by Wood Grain, which is a new finished molding. It is more durable than your traditional molding.
Since Finished Elegance is already finished white, Amy and Todd will first need to have their white walls painted with an off-white paint to achieve a contrast between the molding and the wall.
Finished Elegance is great for DIYers, new DIYers, because it installs in 3 easy steps. So they just need to cut it, install it, nail it up, and then they just need to touch it up with the wax fill stick and the caulk, and it's done. So it doesn't require the sanding, priming, and painting, multiple steps of your traditional molding.
Joe Wettstein is Finished Elegance Category Manager and is here to lend a helping hand to the inexperienced couple.
First thing we need to do is we need to measure everything out and understand what the measurements are and how much molding we need to do the room.
First, Joe, Todd, and Amy will work on cutting the molding for the judges panel. Once all pieces are cut, it's time to assemble the panels.
First things, we need to find a nice flat surface to assemble this on. So we can use the floor right here, and we'll just need 2 long ones and 2 short ones.
Next up is the chair rail.
390 chair rail here, we're gonna cut our 45-degree angle here, and then the next piece will go around to the window wall. And then we'll also cut a return on the molding that'll go carry the profile right around to the wall so that it'll have a finished end on it.
Now it's time to start cutting the crown molding for the dining room tray ceiling.
One thing you want to keep in mind is the spring angle is very important when you cut crown molding. So you can check with your retailer and determine the spring angle for the product you buy, and then make sure that you've got the saw set accordingly.
Now that all the pieces have been cut, it's time to install them on the wall.
We have pre-drawn our guideline here, and we're going to go ahead and lift it up in place and bring it to, so the bottom of the chair rail comes right to this line, okay?
The chair rail is attached to the wall with a nail gun, leaving the nails visible. Woodgrain's got a solution for that.
What we've got inside this touch-up kit is a wax crayon fill stick, and it's, again, color matched to the finished elegance white. We've got a plastic scraper and a buffing pad. So all you've got to do is color inside the nail hole and fill it in with the wax, scrape the excess off with the razor blade, and then buff it clean with the buffing pad.
The chair rail is up. Next step is to install the previously assembled judges panels.
The first step, we've already drawn our lines to help guide us in making sure everything lines up all the way down the wall. So we can go ahead and nail this one in place.
The project is really shaping up. The chair rail and the judges panels are installed. Now all that's left to do is put up the crown molding.
We've got up there in the tray ceilings, we've pre-drawn the lines so that we've got a line to hold the bottom of the crown right to that. Todd, if you want to grab that piece right there on the floor, and yep, we'll just go ahead and take it right up.
The last step before completion is to apply caulking to the chair rail.
We want to use this, the finished elegance color matched caulk, and fill in all of the gaps from where the walls may not be completely straight, and any gaps also in the miters.
Once the molding is installed, the room will have a really nice look and feel to it. The white molding, finished elegance, will pop against the off-white walls, and it will really look nice and add a nice feel to their dining room.
All right, so we're done. What did you guys think of the finished product?
Absolutely loved it.
The room looks fantastic. It completely changed the character. I mean, I can't wait to bring my friends and family here to host dinner parties. I think they're gonna love it.
Thank you so much for having us in here.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
enjoy
you,
your
Joe.
new dining room.
Thanks.
You can find out more about Finished Elegance, what the product is made of, the features and benefits of the product, how to install it at finishedelegance.com.
From luxury apartment communities in prime metropolitan locations to rolling up your sleeves and taking on DIY projects that upgrade your home, we give you the information and support to achieve your goals. It's for your home and your lifestyle. We are Designing Spaces.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/dspacestv. Or friend us on Facebook. Type in the words Designing Spaces. Connect with us on Pinterest to follow all of our design ideas and share yours with us. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.